Hi, it's David Sandy. I'm here with Lance Rich, and we're in Indianapolis, Indiana. And when you're watching this at the Ring 129 ring meeting on Thursday night, which just so happens to be the dress rehearsal of the Indianapolis Symphony Orchestra Yuletide celebration, which Lance is very involved in.
Right.
Before we talk about the cruise, tell them what you're doing with the ISO's Yuletide.
Well, I'm a production assistant for this symphonic production. It's a holiday-themed spectacular, and there's a magic act in it. Les Arnold and Dazzle are performing.
I hear they're pretty good.
They're all right. And Les is operating the camera right now.
Okay. Where they're having an earthquake.
Yes.
Yeah, listen to
And there's some Sandy Patty, the 5-time Grammy Award-winning Christian gospel artist, whatever, is the host of the event, and
Hostess.
she's hostess of the event, and she's being, they call her the host still, but she's being magically produced, and there's some other magic gags that are happening in the show, and I've been a magic consultant, I suppose, for the show as well. So go ahead.
All right, so we're here in Indianapolis, as we just mentioned, and 2 weeks ago, it's actually very cold here in Indianapolis.
Yes, it is.
And 2 weeks ago, it was warm because we were drifting around the Pacific Ocean on the Carnival Splendor, and I know that's what we're supposed to be talking about. So, Lance, give him your impression of what happened aboard David Sandy's Magic Cruise 2010.
Well, David Sandy's Magic Cruise 2010 was an eventful experience.
Mm-hmm.
Adrift, let's see, we started out on a Sunday. By Monday, 24 hours later, we had no power, no running water, and
No flushing toilets.
No flushing toilets.
No
and
air conditioning.
None of that. And we were looking for something to do.
That's right.
And
We had 158 people in the Magic group, including some people who were there at the ring meeting watching this. Imo Patchen, Stu Lewis, Roger and Sheila Miller. They're probably there this evening, and they'll share more. But yeah, it was about 14 hours after we got on the ship. We were basically without power and drifting around the Pacific Ocean. But we were the lucky ones, because out of the 3,300 passengers on that ship, we had something to do. We had the common interest of magic, and as they say in show business, the show must go on. So we did magic anyway.
And it went on for sure. David did a terrific job of, which I'm sure the guys there are talking about too, did a terrific job of ad-libbing, as it were, and
kind of like we're doing with this interview.
and creating, most of the activities that were planned went on, maybe not as scheduled or at the same time as they were planned. Everything but the big stage show in the ship's theater happened. We had lectures, we had close-up shows, then we had some bonus events that
We
weren't
had panel discussion.
Right, the panel discussion and some workshops type of thing that wasn't even on the agenda, but we ended up being able to, guys threw in what they had to offer, pitched in and said, let's do something. And we had events that it surpassed probably what the expectations became once the ship was on fire.
I feel blessed that the people that signed up for the Magic Cruise, I've gotten so many emails, literally dozens of emails, who actually the people are saying it was actually a better experience, the way it turned out, than it probably would have been had everything gone smoothly, because not only was there great magic and camaraderie, but there was a lot of team building and a lot of very positive things that happened. Wednesday night was a very memorable event because we've been drifting since Monday morning, and the other passengers on the ship, they were very, very bored at this time. They played Gin Rummy probably for the 10,000th hand.
And starved for entertainment.
They were starved for entertainment. So we had an opportunity. Magicians had an opportunity. We had a captive audience.
Now, they had been performing also.
Yeah, a couple
on the
magicians
ship,
had done some spontaneous things that had been very well received. So the idea hit me
David made the decree.
Yes.
That if you're a pro, if you're an amateur, if you're whatever, a hobbyist, whatever your level of interest and expertise, come flood the 5th deck, or deck 5, it was deck 5? Yeah. And perform for us.
I didn't care how good they were, how good they weren't, but I wanted everyone performing, and it was an amazing thing. We had maybe 2 or 3 dozen magicians performing at a time, up and down deck 5.
And it was pretty incredible. I mean, kind of almost an emotional moment because there was a lot of magic going on, and people were really responding to it, and it was a great time. And you called it guerrilla magic.
Right. You
and
really saw the power of magic and the way it could change a bad situation and change the
And make
demeanor,
people feel
demeanor
good.
of people in less than desirable situations, and they were laughing and having a great time, and it was really, really a neat experience. So.
And then the next day we got off the boat, and David got a couple of calls, or had a couple of opportunities to make calls from the ship. And the first that he made was actually to try to organize, since the people on the ship, our people, didn't get to see the stage show. He made a call to try to organize a stage show in San Diego, which is where we, got dropped off, and it worked. I mean,
Yeah.
so you can go ahead and talk.
Oh,
about
it was
that.
amazing. I called it past international president of the IBM, Jack White. He rounded up some help from some of the San Diego Ring 76 members, and it was just almost like, it was surreal how fast this thing came together. People volunteered their time. Labor force came in thanks to these Ring members, and they did strolling magic for the people at dinner. We built a stage at the hotel just in a matter of a couple of hours, complete with curtains, professional lighting, professional
Intelligent
sound
lighting, yeah.
equipment,
Moving.
and
was
we
really
had an
great.
incredible stage show. Rich Block emceed, Christopher Hart was on the show, Chipper Lowell, several of the San
Shuda-
Diego
yes.
magicians.
who-
Shutagawa
who
was on
pitched
the
in.
show.
Several San Diegans were also performing close-up magic for people prior to the show. And I should say, the show was open to all of the other Carnival refugees that were staying
Right.
with us there at the
Danny
hotel.
Cole was on the show.
Yes.
Yeah. It was a great show. It was a long show, a couple hours, but everybody felt like they got their money's worth. And then after that, we just kind of had a little reception, at the bar, and had a great time. So it was a great way to wind up
Yes.
the Magic Cruise 2010, as it were.
It really was. There was an electric energy in the audience that night, and I think everybody walked away feeling pretty good about the whole experience, in
Yeah.
spite of everything. And you can actually hear all about the experience, a lot more details and that type of thing on the Magic News Wire. We did a podcast. David was interviewed, and I interviewed a lot of people, and you can talk to the performers and the passengers. And that is where
MagicNewsWire.com.
yes, and if you don't listen to the podcast, you should.
Yeah, you should. It's very interesting. He did a great job. It's very detailed. But anyway, I know you'll hear a lot more from Roger, Sheila, Stu, and Imo, and I don't know if anyone else. I'm trying to think who might be there at the Ring meeting, but wish we could be there. But we're in Indianapolis, and we're looking forward to a great show. And I'm going to reach over here and take the camera now and show you that what I said was true. World-class magician Les Arnold has been our cameraman of Les Arnold and Dazzle. So, here, take the camera back. So with that said, we'll sign off. Enjoy the rest of the Ring meeting. We wish we could be there.